A ragtag bunch going on a journey from sunny California moving to New Jersey. Duplicating Act 2, church is our aim. Proclaim the good news to all without shame. Starting a new church is not an easy plot. We need to put in work, it's gonna take a lot. Well, how's it gonna go? Well, we don't really know. But God is with us till the end, so we go.
So right now we're headed to the 9/11 Memorial. We're gonna go check that out. So we just got out of the 9/11 Memorial Museum, and here are some of our thoughts after going through it.
Yeah, I think when I first went in, I wasn't sure what to expect, but I think the most powerful part was the fact that they kept a lot of the original pieces from the ruins of the World Trade Center. It's really sobering, and it made it more real to see the pieces from the different parts of the building, or even a crushed ambulance, a crushed elevator shaft, all of that was really amazing. And I think the thing that stuck with me the most was the fact that people's hearts and their minds really went towards prayer, towards something higher when they experienced so much devastation. It just really points to this kind of spiritual hunger that people would have that gets revealed in moments of crisis.
Everybody seemed to have a story about that day, like how they remember they were downstairs eating breakfast, something like that. But I was too young to really remember what happened that day. To go through this exhibit, the museum, to have others people, like to listen to other people's recollections about what happened and see it from a lot of different perspectives was really helpful for me to almost make 9/11 like part of my history as well.
So usually I've been here before, and I don't think it touched me before than it did now. I think something in our church we do a lot is we usually celebrate just the number of salvation this church has made in our church, and we go through these bunch of names, and I think just coming this time, I think reading each individual name, not really knowing that person, but kind of sympathizing that, man, this is someone that was loved, this was a father, a mother, a brother. And so I think that really made this memorial a little more real, that these were people, that they actually lost their lives. And I think one story that really touched was someone was on one of the planes, and he was calling, I think it was like a girlfriend or wife, and kind of saying like how much he loved her, how much he loved his family. He wanted them to continue living and have a good time. And I think in his heart he knew he wasn't going to make it, but he just wanted to reassure them, like, yeah, maybe I'll call you later. And that really touched me because it just showed me the fragility of just humanity, that time is limited, and it just made me more appreciative of just my relationships now.
I think something that stood out from the 9/11 museum was just how at the end of the day you really see how your status doesn't really matter, because I think that day so many people were lost, and it didn't matter if they were the janitor or like some higher up.
For me, one of the more impactful moments is when seeing what happened after 9/11. So just like the creation of this museum, people gathering together, people trying to conjure up thoughts about peace and unity afterwards, seeing people really attempting to bring healing and restoration, and not so much like a wrath or like people falling into despair.
For me, the most impactful room was, it was kind of this dark room that just kind of like had a projector displaying the names of people and actually telling their stories. I think it's one thing to look at the memorial and see the names, but it gives you a whole nother dimension when you are able to hear the stories behind what they were doing that day. Like they were on the flight that got hijacked, or they were working on this floor, or they were, there to wash the window that day. All of those different stories and the people they left behind, that was really impactful.
I think for me, like the most impactful was there was that whole wall with all of the headlines that morning, September 11th. So it was like, and the headlines were like a lot about like local politics, and like the Green Party is like has this candidate, and like there was one about like fashion, like, and it was it said that Rudy Giuliani, he was gonna showed his schedule that morning, and how he was gonna like go cast his ballot for whatever, and then and as soon as he got this call, as soon as President Bush got the call, like everything changed, and I was thinking like, yeah, it's because people were just living their normal lives, and they were occupied with things of normal life, the drama of everyday life, like whether that be politics or whether that be fashion or something, is like drama, and how when 9/11 happened, none of that stuff mattered anymore. Like none of that stuff was drama anymore. And I was thinking about how we, like, because we have understanding that there's eternity and there's judgment, for us, like the things that would be drama have been replaced by a larger drama, and I just saw that play out, like, because of this incident, and how there's such clarity, that like nothing else matters, right? Like people are dying, but that's the same reality for us. You know, nothing else matters because people are gonna die without the gospel. And so, yeah, I just wanted to spread out and just pray for, I guess, that reality to be more set in our own hearts, and also to pray for the people of New York and Hoboken, that they would see that, you know, that would be a reality that they would be open to hearing about, you know, that in the midst of the drama of hustle bustle of their lives, that this truth that in the end what matters is the relationship with God, that we will have a chance to share that with people.